There are moments in life that carry a certain magic, a sensation that something invisible is stirring around us, and within us. Have you ever felt it? It's like the air around you becomes thicker, but not in a heavy way. It's almost like a warm breeze touching your skin, a sign that changes are happening, even if you can't clearly see what it is yet. And that's exactly what's happening now. The angels, who witness every beat of your heart, are whispering. There is a transformative energy surrounding your path at this moment. And not just yours. This energy is starting to reach them too. Yes, that person. That connection that, at many times, seemed inexplicable. Maybe you have already felt that no matter how far apart you are, there is something that binds you, an invisible thread that cannot be broken. And now, the angels say that they are beginning to perceive this in a different way. They may not understand it yet. It could be that, in the silence of the night, something in their heart is restless, something they can't quite name. But the angels see beyond what human eyes can grasp, and they know something profound is stirring within them. They are starting to feel that the life around them is no longer the same. Have you ever noticed when someone changes? Not in what they say, but in the details. In the gaze that looks away for a few seconds longer. In the tone of voice that carries a weight that wasn't there before. These subtle changes are signs that something invisible is taking shape. And the angels say that this something is deeply connected to you. What are they beginning to realize? Maybe it's the echo of their conversations, the memories that once seemed insignificant, but now emerge as little rays of light in their mind. Maybe it's the moments when they feel your absence as if it were a hollow space within themselves. Or perhaps it's the understanding that something needs to be different, even if they don't yet know what or how. The truth is, the heart feels what the mind can't explain, and the angels are working to let these sensations guide them to a place of clarity. But most importantly, remember that this energy touching them is also impacting you. It's preparing you, strengthening you, asking you to trust in divine timing and the natural flow of things that cannot be forced. Sometimes, it may seem like you're waiting for something that never arrives, but the angels want you to know, nothing is at a standstill. They are orchestrating every detail, every little synchronicity that will bring the answers you seek so much. But you need to be ready. Ready to embrace the changes, to trust what you feel, to notice the signs that the universe is sending. And you know that moment when you find yourself thinking of them, almost involuntarily? It's not a coincidence. The angels say that often, when you feel this connection stronger, it's because they are also thinking of you. It's as if your energies are seeking each other, even from a distance. That's why now they ask you to consciously choose what you want to send to them. Can you take a moment, close your eyes, and place your hand over your heart? Take a deep breath and send light. Send love. Send peace. The angels will be by your side, amplifying this energy, carrying to them everything that needs to be felt. But here's the secret. As they begin to feel these changes, you are also being called to look within. What are you ready to leave behind? What do you need to forgive, not for them, but for yourself? What are the angels trying to show you about the power that lies within you? Because, although this connection is important, the real work starts within you. It's as if the angels are telling you, before they can see their path, you need to illuminate yours. And this brings us to a crucial point. The angels are preparing something. They whisper that the moment when the pieces will start to fall into place is closer than it seems. But before that, they have something special to reveal to you. They want you to understand how this transformative energy can not only change what surrounds you, but also the way you see this connection. And more than that, how this energy is preparing you for something greater, something that perhaps you don't yet have the courage to imagine. So now, I invite you to reflect. What do you feel as you read these words? Can you sense the internal movement that is happening, the feeling that something is being activated within you? Because the angels are here by your side, holding your hand invisibly, saying, trust. Trust in what they are preparing. Trust in what you are feeling. Trust in what is to come. And as you reflect on this, remember, the angels still have much to reveal. What they whisper about the future may surprise you. What is reserved for you and for them goes beyond what you imagine. All you need to do now is keep listening. After all, that's how miracles begin. The shifts you're feeling right now are not by chance. There's an invisible current surrounding you, a subtle pulse that maybe you haven't fully realized yet. It's a sensation that arrives almost imperceptibly, like the touch of a breeze caressing your face at the end of a day. The angels are present in this movement, sending signs that might seem small at first glance, but carry deep messages. Have you been noticing? It could be a number that keeps appearing repeatedly. It could be that specific song that plays on the radio at the exact moment you're lost in thought. Or it might be the glimmer of a white feather fallen in the middle of your path, as if it's there to remind you of something greater. These are the signs. The angels speak through these subtleties because they know your soul is sensitive enough to grasp what lies beyond the obvious. And why are they communicating now, so consistently? Because you're in a moment of transition. There's something in your life that needs to be transformed, a cycle that's closing and another one that's beginning to open, like the bud of a flower that, feeling the warmth of the sun, decides to bloom. You feel it, don't you? That restlessness, that slight chill in the stomach that comes without explanation. It's a calling. The angels are trying to tell you that something magnificent is on the horizon, but you need to be alert to see the doors that are being opened. I want you to pause for a moment and ask yourself, what are the signs you've been ignoring? It could be that recurring dream that feels so vivid, or that intuition that keeps whispering something to your heart. We often get lost in the hustle of daily life and let these messages, coming as celestial gifts, slip by. But now, the angels ask you to slow down, take a deep breath, and observe. They are speaking, and it's important that you listen. A story that comes to mind is of someone who, in a moment of doubt, found a white feather on their work desk. They had never noticed anything like it before, but that day, it seemed like the feather was there to tell them something. Hours later, an unexpected phone call brought the answer they had been seeking. That's the power of signs, simple yet full of meaning. You don't need a big event to know that you are being guided. It's in the small details that angels make themselves present. And now, I want to ask you, are you willing to open your eyes to see what is around you? Because the signs keep coming, but it's up to you to be receptive to welcome them. Take a moment out of your day, no matter how brief, to light a candle or simply close your eyes and ask the angels to show you the way. Trust that they are listening, and more than that, trust that they have already begun to guide your steps. And remember, signs don't just come to announce changes, but also to soothe your soul. They are gentle reminders that you are not alone, and that every step on your path is observed and illuminated. When you realize this, anxiety lessens, the heart calms down, and the certainty that everything is falling into place begins to take over you. But there is something even deeper that needs to be revealed. Have you ever wondered why these changes are happening now? What do the angels want you to learn at this moment? Stay with me, because that answer is closer than you imagine. Close your eyes for a moment and envision a gentle flame flickering in the silence. It's there burning, even when the wind blows around it. That flame represents something deep within you. It's your essence, your inner awakening. Perhaps in the past few days, you felt something hard to explain, a void, a restlessness, or even that sense that something is shifting, but you don't quite know what yet. The angels are telling you now, this change begins within you. Life, at times, feels like a labyrinth. You walk, trying to find the way out, but the high walls of emotional uncertainties block your view. Maybe recently, you've questioned choices, relationships, or even the purpose of it all. But something divine is unfolding. The angels want you to know that even when everything seems confusing, there is a luminous force guiding your steps. Can you feel it? It's like a gentle breeze touching your face, a silent call to look within and listen to the truth that has always been there. Often, we get lost in the noise of the world. Opinions, judgments, expectations. All of that can overshadow your connection to what truly matters. Have you ever noticed how, on tougher days, even your intuition seems distant? But the angels whisper now, the clarity you seek isn't in ready-made answers or in others. It's in your heart, in your connection to the divine. It's time to awaken to your own light. Once upon a time, a person felt completely lost. They had gone through a disappointment that shook their confidence. The days were gray, and they wondered if they would find the strength to move forward. Until, on what seemed like a regular day, a white feather fell gently in their path. They looked up and felt something inexplicable, a peace that seemed to come from somewhere else. In that moment, They realized they were not alone. The angels were saying that even in the greatest storms, there are signs that everything is falling into place. And now, I ask you, what signs have the angels been placing in your path? Maybe a song playing on the radio that seems to speak directly to your heart. Or a phrase you read and feel as if it was written just for you. These messages are not coincidences. They are invitations. Invitations for you to reconnect with who you truly are and what you believe in. When the soul awakens, something magical happens. Clarity begins to emerge, even if slowly, like the sun rising on the horizon after a long night. The angels are by your side, guiding each step, ensuring you are not walking alone. But to hear them, you must silence the noise around and within you. Place your hand on your heart, right now, and take a deep breath. Feel the warmth of your own energy. Repeat to yourself, I trust the light that guides me. I am worthy of the clarity and peace that the angels bring to me. By doing this, you are allowing the spiritual connection to strengthen. And with this connection, the answers you seek begin to emerge. Not abruptly, but like a gentle wave of understanding that washes away doubts and leaves only the certainty of what you need to do. And as you reflect on all of this, know that the angels have more to reveal. The transformation happening within you is just the beginning. They are bringing even deeper messages, and the next one could change everything. Are you ready to continue? Close your eyes for a moment and take a deep breath. Feel the air entering your lungs, as if each inhale were a gentle breeze flowing through the windows of your soul. Now allow yourself to ask, what still feels trapped within you? What part of your essence longs for freedom, but is held back by fears, doubts, or old stories that no longer hold meaning? The angels are here by your side, and they want you to know, this is the time to look within. Not with judgment or haste, but with the tenderness of someone cradling a delicate flower in their hands. Because often, the greatest challenges don't come from the outside world, but from the walls we've built within ourselves. Have you noticed this? How certain thoughts, memories, or hurts can act like a storm trying to dim your light. Imagine for a moment that within you flows a crystal clear river. This river represents your energy, your potential, your capacity to create and love. But over time, stones have piled up in this stream. Some of these stones are small, like passing doubts. Others, however, are large and heavy. Perhaps they are old pains you still carry or beliefs that told you that you weren't enough. These stones create blockages, weaken the river's flow. But the angels want to tell you something powerful now. No stone is too big to be removed. No wound is too deep to be healed. You are not alone in this process. I sense they are whispering to your heart right now. Let us help you release what no longer serves you. Trust. Set free. And do you know the secret to start? It's the courage to face these stones, one by one. Not as insurmountable problems, but as parts of your story that can now be transformed into lessons. Remember, facing internal blocks doesn't mean fighting against them. It means embracing them with compassion, understanding where they came from, and then letting them go. Once, someone told me they had spent years carrying the guilt for something they couldn't change. It was like a constant weight on their shoulders. Until one day, they found a white feather lying on the ground and felt something different. Deep in their heart, they heard a clear message. You no longer need to carry this. In that moment, they realized they were ready to release it. It was a process, yes, but the decision to start was what paved the way for transformation. And now, I ask you, what is the stone that is ready to be removed from your river? What is the burden that you can finally set down? The angels are offering you this moment, this opportunity to take a deep breath and say, I am ready to make space for the new. You don't have to do everything at once. Perhaps today is simply the day to acknowledge what needs to be let go. Tomorrow, with a simple gesture, like lighting a candle or placing your hand on your heart while repeating an affirmation, you can take the next step. You can start like this. I release what no longer serves me. I trust the flow of my life. I am worthy of receiving the new. And as you ponder on this, know that the river inside you is beginning to move again. Gradually, with each stone that is released, it becomes stronger, freer. And so do you. Because the angels not only believe in your power of resilience, they are here to show you the way. But there is something else they want you to know. a secret that is waiting to be unveiled. And this leads us to an essential next step, where the new will finally find space to flourish. Are you ready to discover what comes next? Allow yourself to continue. The journey is just beginning. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to feel the energy that the angels are bringing to you right now. There is something subtle yet powerful in the air. A sensation that something is about to shift, like the gentle breeze before dawn. The angels whisper that this message is for you, and it arrives now to illuminate your heart and help you trust, even when everything feels uncertain. Have you ever felt like you were walking on a path shrouded in mist, not knowing exactly where it will lead? Perhaps you've had doubts, questioned the choices you've made, or wondered if the universe is truly hearing the deepest desires of your soul. I want you to know, the angels are by your side, guiding every step, even when you can't see them clearly. They understand your uncertainties, they feel your silent prayers, the ones you may not have even been able to put into words. They tell me that you are at a crucial point. It's as if you're standing on a bridge, looking to the other side, but unsure if you can trust enough to cross it. And here's the message they want you to hear. You don't need to know how everything will unfold to take the next step. Yes, the angels know this may seem daunting. After all, trusting the unseen requires courage. But it is precisely in this act of trust that miracles begin to unfold. I want to share something with you. One day, a person was facing a moment of deep doubt. They had lost something important and felt lost. But as they walked absent-mindedly, they noticed a simple white feather lying on the ground right in front of them. That feather seemed insignificant, but when they picked it up, they felt an inexplicable wave of peace. It was as if someone was saying, "You are not alone. Keep going. We are here." And that's exactly what they did. They kept going. Not long after, doors they didn't even know existed began to open. Have you noticed a sign like that lately? Maybe a song that played at the right moment, a phrase you read by chance, or even a dream that seemed filled with meaning. The angels want you to know that the universe is working in your favor, even if you can't see all the details yet. There is a greater plan unfolding. And even though today may feel like the pieces are scattered, everything is fitting together perfectly. They ask you to trust the process, even when the path seems lonely. Because, in truth, you are never alone. Every step taken with faith is a step towards the destiny your soul chose before you even arrived here. Now, do something simple. Place your hand on your heart for a moment. Feel the warmth emanating from there, the silent strength pulsing within you. This is your connection to the divine, to all that is greater than you. Repeat to yourself, out loud or in thought, "I trust the process. I am being guided. My path is filled with light." Breathe deeply and allow these words to fill every corner of your being. This simple ritual is a reminder that you have everything you need to move forward, because the strength you seek outside is already within you. The angels also want you to know that, when doubt creeps back in, and it will, because it's part of the human journey, you can seek refuge in your connection with them. Light a candle in a moment of silence. Talk to them as if you're talking to a dear friend. They listen. And most importantly, they respond, sometimes through subtle signs, other times in ways you'd never expect. And as you ponder on this, I sense there's something even deeper waiting to be revealed. The angels show me that you're on the brink of stepping into a phase of rebirth. Yes, rebirth. It's as if a door is opening to a new version of yourself, stronger, more connected, and more aligned with the love you deserve to live. But for this to happen, there's something essential: trust. Trust that every step taken with faith is a step towards the light. So, I ask, are you ready to believe in the angels and most importantly in yourself? Because if you are, I feel that something extraordinary is about to bloom on your path. And as you digest this message, know that the angels are whispering something more. Keep going. We're with you. Always. Share in the comments an intention you want to manifest at this moment. Writing it down is a way to anchor your energy and show the universe that you're ready to receive. And remember, as you continue on this path, the angels have even more to reveal. What's to come will be even more magical than you can imagine.